Hey everybody, uh, this presentation is on the theories of personality applied to Eric Torres. It's going to explore the personality of the subject using psychological frameworks, which include the Big Five trait model, genetic versus environmental factors, and perspectives from evolutionary and cultural psychology. Subject profile. Subject was born in 2000 in the United States to Bolivian born parents. He's quite fond of all physical activity with the exception of basketball. Frequently plays soccer, and he started playing soccer at the age of 8. And as of recent, has picked up Muay Thai and pickleball. He's a big fan of music, and as you can see there, no specific genre, so he's adamant about his diverse music taste. And lastly, he argues that he has two main personality types: reserved, which is quite prominent when he is either in an unfamiliar environment and or with unfamiliar people. On the other hand, he is outgoing. This uh, is more prominent when he is with people he's close with, comfortable with, or in a setting that he's comfortable with, mainly being at his house or on a soccer field. So starting off with the big five personality trait levels, first we have conscientiousness, and this would be at a moderate level. So you see here, he's reliable, but he does have a fear of failure. He felt pressure from expectations that were placed on him as he grew up regarding soccer and school. But this did give him an internal drive to meet these expectations, and it also provided a goal-driven behavior from emotional support from his parents. But the fear of failure did have a impact on initiative. Extroversion, it would be low due to being reserved in most settings. On the other hand, openness to experience is high because the subject is curious and willing to try new things. An example of this could be his music taste, where he's open to listening to all types of music in hopes that he finds good music. Agreeableness, it would be moderate. Uh, he is empathetic but not overly compliant. He does value friendship. And neuroticism, it would be moderate to high. He does experience self-doubt and anxious behavior. This is mainly due to the fear of failure, introversion, and pressure experienced as a kid. So, from an evolutionary psychological perspective, openness to experience, and on an evolutionary basis, this was critical to innovation and survival, but now we could see it as seeking novelty, and based on research, it's a criterion for seeking advice. Conscientiousness, its evolutionary basis, it was essential for evaluating who could be trusted for its essential tasks. So in this case, the subject, since he has moderate to high levels of conscientiousness, it could indicate that the subject is trustworthy. Now, neuroticism. For our ancestors, this was important to detecting threats. So in the case of our subject, it could be a form of risk management, shielding him from risky behavior or things that he may believe are dangerous. Cultural influence on personality. Individuals from collectivistic cultures find themselves to be more similar to one another. In the United States, we prioritize individualism, and this could potentially explain the subject's different type of personality. Basically, what's being said is that the subject has two main personality types: reserved and outgoing. Therefore, the reserved can be for people that he does not seem to have much in common with, and then the outgoing would be for people that he can find similarities to, like those in the collectivistic cultures. Nature versus nurture. So 60% of personality traits are shaped by environmental factors. Expectations during adolescence can be linked to the neuroticism, or level of neuroticism, I should say. This includes the pressure from soccer in school, performance anxiety resulting from the expectations, and also the fear of failure, a pattern that has occurred as a result of trying to meet people's expectation. However, he did have a highly supportive environment, both friends and family, and this helped develop independence at an early age, as well as emotional maturity. Non-shared environments, so the different personalities mentioned, reserved and outgoing, were present based on environments and level of comfort. The genetic factor. So research shows that genes may account for 30 to 60% of trait development, and traits are seen as the culmination of hundreds of gene variants working together. Gene environment interactions indicate that genetic expression is moderated by environmental circumstances. One example from the subject would be his comfort level on the soccer field. To elaborate, no matter who was on the soccer field, he always felt comfortable on the soccer field, suggesting that the genetic predisposition of anxious behavior was negated by the environment. Therefore, the environment acted as a trait stabilizer. Conclusion. This presentation showed that the Big Five model was used to reflect on the subject's complex personality. Evolution, culture, environment, and genes shaped his personality development, and it shows that personality is a dynamic and ever changing concept. And yep, those are the references. Thank you.